are doing a mukbang, as you guys can see. We've been on a good diet. We've actually been trying, yes, to like eat better, like everything. Just doing a lot more exercising and just trying to like be more healthy. We've been like, we tried some of the fries and Dina was like, oh my gosh, it feels like heaven.
Yeah, I was just while we talk to you about the new year, what we have planned, what else? Our goals that we have for like individually wise and like and you know what I mean. you guys know what I mean. And yeah, as a relationship, as a couple, our goals, you know, we're getting married, so planning a wedding. And yeah, that's planning basically it. Day. I know. It's so stressful.
You say like
it's very stressful planning a wedding. I'm nervous about what?
The wedding?
The what? Actual wedding?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be, I know I'm gonna be happy, but I'm just nervous to know if my parents are coming. Most of you guys know, like, my parents, although they love Ashley to death, like, they love her to death, honestly. Like, my dad will call her more than he calls me.
Facts.
And my mom adores her. But as far as getting married, you know, and being at the wedding, my mom is happy that I'm happy. She's not there yet because honestly she just sees us as best friends. Says like she you never know, like maybe not, I don't know. But
yeah, we've talked about it a lot. Even when right before I was like gonna propose to Dina, I feel like that was another reason why like I waited a while, because I wanted to be at a place where I could like talk to her parents, and like where also Dina was at a place where she would understand that if they didn't show up, it wasn't because they didn't love us or they didn't love Dina. It's just, you know, like they don't.
No. I completely understand that, because like for the engagement, I know,
I'm just saying, like,
and when I spoke to my mom, she was like, you know, it's your day and I want you to be happy, and I don't want my feelings to overshadow your happiness. And I mean, it's her right to feel that way. I can't be mad. I would be sad, which I am, because you know, like, who wouldn't want their parents there? Like, who wouldn't want their father to walk them down the aisle? Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna walk down the aisle by myself or
no. Grandma asked me, you know, that's so crazy that you say that. Grandma asked me, she was like, Ashley, ¿quién va a caminar a Dina? And then I was just like, well, you know I have you and mommy, like those are my parents. When I say parents, I mean like my grandma, my mom. Mm-hmm. And I was like, so one of you will walk me and then the other person will walk Dina. She's like, yeah, because we're her mommy too. Aww. And so, and even mommy, she keeps mentioning it, like, baby, like I will walk you, like you're my daughter, you know. So at the end of the day, like my mom,
yeah, I know, they're mine.
But I get it, like I understand. It's not like having your own, like your mom there. And it's like I said, like when I had proposed, it was like we had to get to that place to be able to understand, and now Dina understands it, and this is like a good thing, you know. We're not all gonna agree on everything, but it's just gonna take time, and hopefully she is there. But yeah, if she's not, you're not gonna be alone.
Yeah, I know I'm not gonna be alone. It's gonna be sad.
But yeah, but the wedding is actually a happy thing. It's been a bit stressful. We've only been planning. Well, Dina actually has been doing the bridal party. Like we're trying to have like get all the bridal party together, and then like tell everyone, you know, who's gonna be who in the wedding, and
which everybody like, knows by now.
But we want to like Dina has like this nice thing planned.
Oh,
and,
make
like,
it official.
She's been stressing.
Yeah.
So it's just that has been like, oh my gosh. So I can imagine, like now that we're actually, you know, planning the wedding, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's been mainly work. Gina's been working long hours. I've been working long hours as well. I was also doing taxi for a while, but now I'm actually just like studying for my MCATs. If a lot of you don't know, I'm trying to get into med school, so I'm trying to apply by this term, by this cycle coming up, and yeah, let's, you know, in God's name,
pray.
everything goes good. I take my,
Yeah.
I'll take them in the end, like in June. I kind of didn't want to say anything yet, but I take them in June, and I'm registered already, so just waiting now, just studying and waiting till the big day.
I know.
And then just trying to find.
Always on her ass about studying. I'm like, babe, don't forget to study. Like, you're home today. I'll be at work. I'll quickly text her. Like, babe, did you study? Are you studying? Ooh, jalapenos.
This garlic corn is very salty. I can't really before. I feel like because we haven't eaten this type of food, our taste buds are way more sensitive now.
Like my favorite Buffalo Wild Wings. This is Buffalo Wild Wings. If you guys haven't noticed that.
Oh yeah,
but
so yeah, we didn't mention we're doing. Oh no, we did say it. A Buffalo Wild Wings mukbang.
But yeah, my favorite flavor is mango habanero. Yes. So I haven't had this in a while. I just had a piece of jalapeno and my throat is on fire. The thing with Ashley is she could start doing something and then something else catches her eye that she needs to do, then she'll go and do that and forget she was doing the other thing.
I feel like I'm
like if she's cleaning the living room and then the sheets in the bedroom isn't tucked in properly.
Why do you think you know me so well?
She'll go into the room, fix the sheets, and then dust off my vanity, fix my vanity, then dust off the dresser, then vacuum, then mop, and then come back to the living room and finish cleaning, and then she'll go into the kitchen, do the dishes. Mind you, she still needs to finish fixing the living room. And then come back and finish doing whatever she's doing in the living room.
But it gets done fast.
I mean, it gets done, and I appreciate her for doing all that stuff because, like, I work literally Monday through Saturday, and I only have Thursdays off. So she'll clean and she'll cook, which I appreciate, but then she'll forget the stuff that she has to do. Like, you gotta study, babe. You gotta study.
No, but now that I registered for the exam, and like I can actually I'm gonna just focus on just making sure I study. And I was also moving from like one site of working at one area in Brooklyn, and now I'm working a lot closer to home, so it's like it works out because I can come home on my days early. I'm home, I study because I don't always work 12-hour shifts, so I'll be able to come home, I'm able to study, I have the time, like I don't have to drive out anymore. So, and I stopped doing like driving like taxi for a while, so now I can have more time to like actually focus on just the EPCAT, and you know,
and focus on me.
Great partners here. We've actually been talking about, you know, like this year, like working even harder on everything that we like want to like grow stronger in our relationship. So we decided
trying to spend more time with each other.
Yes.
Because by the time we come home from work, we're both beat. And like we just go, sometimes I'll fall asleep on the couch, or sometimes she'll fall asleep on the couch. We'll try to like watch TV together. So like we had this show Blacklist that we just binge watched together. So like that show will be our show.
That show was
Remember
good.
the time we got into an argument about the show because you thought I was watching it without you?
Because Dena has this thing.
A misunderstanding.
Dena has this thing where like sometimes like let's say I'll fall asleep while we're watching it, she'll just continue watching it. Not just that episode that I fell asleep on. She'll just watch it.
You see, this is why we argue, because she says this. I don't do that. I'll go back. No, I'll go back to episodes before or seasons before and watch either random episodes, because I tried to explain to her that I wasn't watching it. And you know when you get tight, like you just, like for me, when I get annoyed, my voice starts to get loud and squeaky.
Oh my gosh, it's like, what's that that Marvel character when she screeches and it just like hurts everyone. It's like a noise, and then damn it, I know she's a blonde.
Marvel?
Yeah.
You mean DC?
I mean DC. Yes.
Black Canary?
Yes, Black Canary. That's literally what it feels like. That's Dena. That is.
She's dragging it.
I'm not dragging it, sis. I'm not dragging it, sis.
Anywho, but yeah, so then we end up arguing because it's like I started getting loud, and she doesn't like when I get loud.
Oh my god, I know. That's one thing about me. We can argue. I don't care to argue. Matter of fact, I don't like to argue. I'd rather just.
I don't like to argue. I just ignore.
I just don't like to argue about it. But if I am, don't yell at me, cause I'm literally gonna just. It's like I just block out. Like I just don't listen to you, cause I know I'm gonna get mad, and I just rather not like deal with it. So. But yeah, when Dena screams, I'm just like...
It's not scream, it's
no, yeah,
loud.
it's not scream. She just gets loud, and then she won't notice it. So you like, I'll say something like, "Babe, you're yelling though," and then she'll like,
"No, I'm not."
No, I'm not. And I'm just like, "Yeah, you are." And then sometimes I find myself like getting loud with her, and then it's just like, all right, now we're both yelling. Like no one's gonna hear each other.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that we've been working on. Like, just. We've come a very, very long way. Like, I'm really proud of us. There was a time where, we went through a lot of crap in our relationship. And we weren't at like our best, I would say. And like, we weren't bringing the best out of each other. And it was just a really bad like time. And I'm just really glad that we came out of it and we're here. And like,
we getting married.
Yeah, and it's literally, it feels like when we first started dating.
Yeah.
I already know the answer is yes. And yeah, so we decided that we were gonna start doing this like every month. We were gonna choose something that we just wanted to work on, even if it's good, even if it's like whether it's good or whether it's bad, like we still want to make it stronger, like focus especially on that month. And this month we chose
communication.
Yeah, we chose communication. And so yeah, we're basically gonna just work on that and just try to make sure that we like really focus mainly on that. And I feel like I said, like we've definitely come a long way. Like even in terms of arguments, like I feel like every couple argues, but the one thing that we have definitely been strong at was like not going to sleep upset. That was one thing that in the beginning I feel like if we were upset, like okay, like we're upset. Maybe it wasn't a big thing, but we just wouldn't talk about it. And then like we realized like we can't do that. And one thing about me is like my mom, she may have been annoying sometimes. Mom, if you're watching this, I love you. But I really thank her for like definitely like always making sure before we went to bed we were not upset with each other. And like we always had to pray before bed. It doesn't matter if we were mad at each other. Like she would purposely make sure me and my sister
like hug each other.
Yeah, hug each other.
Kiss, make sure you give each other a kiss.
Yeah, even when we speak to her now, she's like, alright, and then she'll tell me, Ashley, remember, you hugged Dena, you guys prayed at night, and I'm just like, yes, Ma, I know what to do, like, I've been with her for 10 years. She's like, okay, just make sure you love each other. So it's like, that's one thing I do appreciate from my mom, because like I've learned just in life in general, especially like with the whole thing with my father, like when he passed away, it was like no one thought anything of it. Like I actually was supposed to speak to him that week before of him passing, to invite him to my graduation, and I was kind of upset with him, and so it was just, I feel like that's one thing I've always taken to heart, like make sure we never go to sleep upset. And when I realized we were doing that and other things that obviously we knew just weren't healthy, we were just like, okay, like we have to start changing and we have to, like work to be stronger. Like this wasn't how, it always was. So we had to get better at it, and we're definitely like at a great place. Like,
I don't like being mad. Like, I don't like the feeling. I don't like the energy it takes out of me. But when I am mad, I get really, really emotional.
Before, I feel like Dina would hold in what she would feel, and then it wouldn't come out until it was like, maybe I did it like for the 10th time or something. Or maybe it just unconsciously is bothering her and I don't even know, but it made her so mad that it came out. And we, you know, it would be like she'll hold it in, she'll hold it in. And me, it was like sometimes that would be also what I would do. But I realized that we have to like, even if it like, it's like I tell you, right? Even if we sound annoying or like I'm nagging or like you're complaining, like it doesn't matter. I'd rather us know about it so it gives the person like the opportunity to know, okay, all right, she doesn't like that, or that bothers her, or I'm saying this wrong, or like this bothers her, like let me change it. Now if she's told me and I continuously do it, then it's like, all right, you don't give a fuck. But sorry, you don't care. But yeah, but basically she hasn't gotten to that because I feel like she's more like she'll talk about it, and I also ask her more like, you know, like what's wrong, or I noticed this. And sometimes before, my way of asking was also like,
what's your problem?
Yeah, like what's wrong with you? Like, you know, because I would feel like, you know, like why she's upset, I don't know, you know, like I wouldn't try to understand. Instead of like trying to understand, I'd be like, oh, here we go, like why are you mad, like what's wrong with you, like, you know. And it was in a way that like it
would make me open up,
or make her feel like, okay, like this is what's wrong. It kind of sounds like condescending, like, or like just not cool at all. And I feel like when we started noticing those things were happening, and it was just like, yo, like this is not, like we're losing each other, you know. And that's one thing that I really like, that made me change to the max when like I started realizing like, okay, Ash, like you could be annoying, this is not okay that you do, or this is not alright how you say this, or like I started like just trying to like. And
sorry to cut you off, but like one thing we did learn is like for her mostly, like because of how we each grew up, like the way we show affection is completely different, and we had to understand like, well, the way she wants to be shown affection or love is not the way that I want to be shown, so I shouldn't do it my way. I should do it with the way that, you know, like
it's gonna make
she
her
likes, so she
better.
likes the cuddling and the kisses and the attention. Me, I don't. Well, now I'm kind of like that, where like when she's busy, when she's doing other stuff and I'm home and she's not paying attention to me, like I will be like, psst, hey, psst, 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 and like I will like, you know, I'm like that now. But
she
before,
used to like her space.
I like my space, and like
I wouldn't understand. Like I would feel like, but like, cause I feel like the way I was brought up was like, if it's not a big deal, like, oh, like just forgive each other and be okay. Cause that's how my mom raised us. Like, just let it go, whatever.
No, but it's not like about like if we're like mad at each other or anything. It's just like in general, like you like the attention. You're like I'd say always she's like a cat. Cause you know, cat is always like all on you, and that's how she is with me. But
she's fine.
But I per se don't really like that. I don't like to be like all hugged up on, kiss. You know,
I didn't like, cause now it's like
now I don't mind it. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, babe, all right, like all right, I love you too.
It's the Aquarius thing, you know.
But like I do like the affection and I do like the love, but like not all the time like she does. So like, yeah, so necessarily like what I like is not necessarily what she likes. So it's like I shouldn't think like, for me, like, okay, this is what I want to show affection, this is what I have to do it like based on her needs. So that was one thing that I
also had to learn that if she doesn't,
no, go ahead.
That too, yeah, we need to learn to like when not to talk over each other. Sometimes we like cut each other off and we don't mean it, but then we'll like say sorry and we'll come back to it. It's not like we'll just disregard completely. But I learned that if she doesn't like give me that affection, or she's not on top like whenever I want it or whatever, I learned that it doesn't mean she doesn't like love me any less or whatever. It's just that's just not how she was brought up. Like she wasn't brought up to always be like, oh, kissy lovey, and like how I was, you know, it was different. So, and also when I'm apologizing or whenever, like to make her better, like I just need like a hug, a kiss, and I'm okay. Like I'll be fine with some cuddles. Her, it's more like give her some space. Like now I feel like she does like the affection, she likes the love, but
I still need my space though.
Yeah, and it's not like I have to feel like, oh, she doesn't love me, or she doesn't think I love her, or she's still mad. Like, and same with her, like when it came to space, like also with speaking, it was just like, okay, just because you don't talk about it now doesn't mean that the person doesn't care any less, or it's just they're not ready to talk. It's not that they're mad, it's just they're not ready to talk. But we did have to agree on, okay, it can't be like you go to sleep upset either. Like we could be all day, like whatever.
We can't talk about it at all.
Yeah, like we
have to talk about it by like the end of the day. Like
make sure we don't go to sleep upset, you know. Mm-hmm. And if it has to be acknowledged, if we have to hash it out and just keep talking until we actually, all right, like we don't agree, but at least we're gonna know moving forward we won't do this, or I won't do that way, or you know, it's just, I feel like it's just about talking, and sometimes it can get repetitive, especially when you've been in a relationship like long term, and like we started young. We were doing things like at a very young age, like already living together, then moving in, having an apartment, like, you know, like a car, like it was just a lot happening, and also going to school
and dealing with all of that at a young age. It was stressful
because you forget, like you kind of put away, like sometimes your goals that you have sometimes get put away because financially, like you have to work or you have to do this, and then it's just, you know, like we've actually talked about that too, like how we have no regrets about where we are now and like how we've gotten here, but we do know that we weren't able to focus as much as we wanted on our personal goals because we were so trying to make sure to fight to stay together, like against everything that we were like dealing with.
Because at that point it was like, now we're adults, like now we gotta do adult stuff.
Yeah, and
like pay bills and all of that, and you know, in order to pay bills you gotta work, and to get that money you gotta work long hours, you know, and other stuff got put to the back burner. But now like we're finding the balance and it's working out. Yeah, so basically this year is just getting back to our individual goals and focusing on that. Yep. At the same time building our relationship more now that we're going to be married. I told her we need to go to premarital counseling.
I agree. I think that would be cool because she, like, I also heard that when people are about to get married, that's just like a normal thing.
Like for us, there are still things we need to work on, and counseling would be good. Like, but yeah, back to ourselves individually and as a relationship. So future videos will keep you updated on with our individual work and yeah, and then fun stuff, other fun videos. So
we're gonna do a lot of pranks on Dena. I have a lot planned. It's just, honestly guys, it's just been timing because of all the changes, that's been going on. So it's just been a lot of timing and all that, but now I feel like we're where we want to be in terms of like this year, and now we're just, you know, working on everything else. But I'm excited for this year. I told Dena, I was like,
I'm excited to move to Florida, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm definitely 100% gonna miss my family that's out here. Hopefully they all come down. Like if I have to buy everyone a house so that they can move down there, I definitely will. But that's not reality. But yeah.
Maybe you never know.
Huh?
Maybe you never know.
Yeah, she's a doctor.
Oh, that's why. What about you, babe?
I got money.
Well,
I spend mine when I can spend yours.
See that logic, guys? That's what I'm getting into. I know, I can see. It looks like you got the itis to your eyes, and then you just started talking a little slower, and you're just like, she looks tired. Well, we thank you guys for watching. If you've come this far, thank you guys for watching the video. and we are excited for this new year. We're excited to show you all the changes we're doing, and we're definitely going to be doing this once a month, this whole like picking something and just working on it. And
the word of the month is
communication.
Communication.
But yeah, so that's what we're gonna be working on, and we will update you guys. We have a lot of...
I'm gonna let y'all know how she's doing.
I'm gonna let y'all know how she's doing. Just go on my Instagram. I'm gonna put it right here. Right here.
And I'm gonna put my Instagram right here.
Alright guys, well, we love you guys. We will see you at our next video. Look at them, say hi guys, say hi.
Until next time, catch you on the flip side.
She's tired.
Adios, amigos. Bye.
Bye.